And can I use my survival instead of my medicine for that?
I'm just gonna say right now, it's really nice that the system doesn't have a humanity tracker, you know? I'm just saying it for no reason. Go ahead.
Only costs you one soul.
I can make my own.
Yep, for
Or
those
you
of
might have a
you
few
for those of you not interested in selling your souls, hello and happy Sunday. 'Tis I, DM Daddy RPG. I'm not bringing you any happy fun time shenanigans. I am the happy fun time shenanigans. And power relinquished. Go, Jen.
No, but I warned you, I'm dumb today. Hi, everyone.
Hello.
I'm dumb today.
Hi. No, you're not.
Welcome to DM Daddy RPG. It is not my channel, but it is my game. How's everyone doing today?
Great.
Cool, cool, cool. Hey,
Alex.
if you're new around here, here's a spiel. You can check out our Discord. We talk a lot about games and stuff, and costumes, and crafts, and books, and books.
Nightbot's still down somehow.
It's all right.
We'll figure that out over the week.
Totally fine. If this is your first time catching this game, hi. Welcome. There can be only one. You can catch all previous Highlander Call to Arms games on our YouTube channel, as well as a fuck ton of other material, including Werewolf, Vampire, D&D, Scum and Villainy. There's other stuff, and I'm blanking, and then you can just check it out, because including very soon, last week's one shot. That was just a really nice dinner party and everyone had a good time. And if you like us and like our stuff and want to support us and get perks and free redeems and merch and credit and YouTube videos and our eternal love and devotion, you can also join our Patreon. That'd be super cool. We'd love to see you on our Discord or YouTube or Patreon. And what am I forgetting? I feel like there's a fourth.
The Patreon channel, slots in games, credits, merch, weighted voting.
Hey, all that stuff. If you wanna, throw a little cash to support the channel and us buying materials and having a good time. Discord, YouTube, Patreon, anything else? Yay! That was only a little painful. So it's been a little bit of time since our last game. As you can see, we are sadly missing Timmy this week. That's okay. So for everyone's sake, let's still do recaps. We'll start with Artie Do 2 as Verso Imani.
All right, so last game we all dispersed from the hospital after things died down a bit. Verso and Bjorn sat down with I'm forgetting her name. Crap.
Amy.
Amy, yes. Sat down with Amy outside the hospital, talked her down from a panic attack as best as we could, and in return, she gave us information on the delivery order that she made to the park. We got a list of names that were supposedly targets. I don't know what else they could be. But we learned the names of a few people we have never met before and a couple of people that we met later on in game last week.
Yay! Next, we have DM Daddy as Jason Wild. But what happened, man?
First of all, she redeemed a random harm and a random care.
Yeah.
I'm just
Okay,
making sure that you know.
Thank you, G.
Things that happened. Of course, the care had to be the first one. Boo. All right. The stuff that happened. I got Naomi and I got Timmy out of the hospital safely. We ran into the sociopath guy from the park. Got in the car. Freaking was taking him back home. There was police all over the home. So then it was like, all right, well then where else can we go? And we went to my diner/dive bar place where I frequent when I'm not working. And from there we somehow found our way that we had to go talk to people at the church through some positive metagaming finagling so that we could finally get this entire party together for the first time.
Yeah.
And then there's a lot of expose about Immortals stuff, and sure, whatever you guys say.
And Korhal, aka Chef, as Bjorn Barrow. The hell happened?
Well, I lied to a lady. I helped a lady escape police custody. Then I took this really cute Italian that I met to meet my friend, a priest, and I swear to God, this isn't the setup for a joke. But let's see, we went to church. I got to talk to Father Dominic, whose name used to be Hassan before he found religion, or at least found this religion. And Verso got to find yet another nurse and give yet another phone number in the house of the Lord, no less. Which, at this point, I think you're up to what? 3?
Hashtag blessed.
Hashtag blessed. That's at least 3 people who Verso's got their number. I'm one of them, and I may use it. But that's beside the point. So, let's see. We were able to talk to Father Dominic. We were able to all get together in an underground room that apparently Timmy stays at when he's between parents/lives. We all got to exchange ideas, exchange theories, string the plot together between the multiple story arcs, weaving it together with absolute, complete, and utter certainty and not forgetting any major massive issues at all, he says, hopefully, and knowing he's lying. So yeah, we all got to sit down and talk.
It's fine. Eventually the the very long day, wrapped up and everybody hunkered down to sleep. Jason, did you ever go to sleep?
I probably dozed off at some point.
And we'll come back together next morning, late morning. Everybody's kind of waking up. Did anyone try to sneak out at any point during the night, or did everyone stay in place?
I think we said at the end of last game I was trying to find a private chapel to use, but I would have come straight back, so no. Unless, of course, you need something to have happened, in which case, yes, I did.
Nope.
Okay.
If you were looking for a private chapel, it's up on the main floor, kind of off to the side. There's some chairs in there. Sometimes it's used for confessional if there's overflow. Sometimes it's used for private services. Sometimes it's used for tiny little weddings if someone only has a handful of people. There was nothing in there at the time. Was there anything important you did in there, or?
First, trying to come to peace with being in the house of God again, considering my relationship with this particular God. More accurately, the servants of this particular God.
Okay. Nobody's going to interrupt you. You probably had to have a sister or Father Dominic unlock it and then lock it back after you were done.
Yeah.
But I imagine
I wasn't trying to hide anything, so.
It's fine.
Oh yeah. Came back. Fell asleep. But made a point of being the last one to fall asleep because I snore. So out of courtesy, I try to be the last person to fall asleep, so as to not disrupt others.
Okay. Verso, your care, you have an advantage in your pocket to use as you see fit. Jason, you have a disadvantage on your first roll, whatever that may be.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Everybody loves Verso.
Even the dice.
Everyone loves Jason.
Love you
Just
so
kind
much.
of yandere kind of love Jason.
Yeah, they love me so much they want to see me fail.
We want to give you more to succeed through.
You wake up in the morning. Breakfast is actually being served upstairs. Just some pancakes, eggs, bacon, the same kind of soup kitchen line that the church had set up before, but since they have some extra guests, more than normal, they decided to use some of the church's coffers to make up some breakfast, make sure everybody ate. What do you do when you wake up?
Get food for the kid and Naomi.
Look around, sort of pat myself down, make sure everything's sharp is where it's supposed to be. Like, wallet, phone, weaponry. Not in that order.
Nobody snuck in and stole your sharps in the middle of the night.
And you said we have barely any signal down here, so I wouldn't have gotten any, text or anything on my phone, right?
You have 1 bar of signal. Depending on the carrier, that may or may not be enough to get timely messages.
I leave that to my DM's discretion, but I check my phone to see if I have gotten any communication.
You get a text at some point from Grace, just saying still working on it.
Okay,
And then 10, 15 minutes later, you alive?
From who? From Grace as well?
Mm-hmm.
I respond as best I can. Yes, I am. Things have gotten... How do I phrase this? Things have gotten more interesting recently. I swear I was minding my own business. I love you. I'll text you when I have more signal.
You don't get an immediate response, but the time difference if she's still in the Middle East. It's probably significantly later.
I also go ahead and text Grace, what's Angela, and text her, you know, hey, just checking in. How are you? Blah, 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 blah. I'm doing okay. Wish you were here. I'll send you a postcard. Stuff like that.
Cool.
Something cute.
All right. That's cool. Does everybody else get breakfast? What are we?
Yep, I'm gonna go up at about the same time that Jason does.
Okay. The nurse you met last night is still there, but there's nobody in the chairs lined up, and she's actually like, it looks like she's half asleep, like kind of curled up, feet up on a second chair. One of those little emergency blankets tucked over herself. Just like kind of knocked out.
All right. I'm gonna grab a second plate while I'm at the line then.
Okay.
Because he is verse.
'Cause I'm Verso.
I feel like that name has to come with a hand gesture now.
Awesome. What do you do on the second plate?
We're filling it up with food for someone who probably was up for a lot of the night trying to help people and did not find a bed herself and is probably gonna be having a bit of back pain later today.
Are you going to offer to help her with that too?
Oh God.
Because you are Verso.
I am Verso, that is true.
Okay. Do you bring it over to her? Try to wake her up? What are you doing?
She needs to sleep. You know what? I'm going to lightly just tap her shoulder, and if she wakes up, then she probably is done. But if she doesn't wake up, we'll just leave the food and leave her be.
Okay. Evens or odds?
Odds.
She is still asleep.
All right, then we'll leave the food for her for later.
Okay.
Cover it with a napkin. On the napkin, right. From Verso.
I am that stuff.
At this point, it's just going to be a joke. And you know what? I am so very here for it.
Just a
But
wax
seriously.
stamp.
All right. So,
I mean, it is a church.
fresh day. Do you want to have some conversation, work out a plan? Is there anything you want to do?
Where would Father Dominic be during this conversation? During our trek upstairs through the lunch line or breakfast line? Brunch?
You see him lined up right on breakfast, like doling out bacon and toast.
Okay. So it's not a Friday, so we're allowed to have meat. Okay, cool. I suppose Father, sort of thank you again for everything.
There's nothing to thank you for.
Yes, there is. Pass it on to the man upstairs if you feel the need, but I'd like to give it to the hands that handed it.
I'll put in a good word for you. Are you leaving or just for the day?
Well, we kind of would like to, at least I would like to pick your brain about a few things going forward, just to see what the next steps of this you think might be wise to do. I'm half asleep. Can you tell? I look around to see if there's coffee, because I remember church coffee is strong and good for dunking donuts in.
There's like a little, like a Keurig off at the end of the table with some cups, and it was a donation.
I will never get used to this generation. All right. I then go and haphazardly follow the instructions on it to make a coffee of some kind. Hopefully without burning myself.
You need me to come down there now?
I don't know about right now, but at some point I think we would all benefit from your wisdom. At least I think I would.
How about you go talk with each other and then let me know if you still need me.
Si, padre. And then I switched to Arabic real quick. I never expected to see you with bacon. Before switching back to English. I'll let you know.
Okay.
I'm assuming there are tables somewhere for people to sit.
There's like the pews. There, it's
would've
just the main area of the church. There's pews. There's some cots lining the sides. Downstairs, if you go back downstairs, there are plenty of tables and chairs to sit at.
I sort of, in that case, I glance around to see where everybody else is. Sort of looking for...
To make it easier, we'll just say everybody eventually ends up back downstairs.
Okay. So, anybody have anything they really do or don't need to do today? Do we need to get... What is her name? Stumpy?
Oh, Naomi?
Naomi. Do we need to get Naomi to some sort of hospital for additional care? Do we need to call anyone, do anything, or
investigate the restaurant that the bomb came from?
I didn't know if we were doing that or leaving that to the police.
Okay, well, based off of the very quick and general guidelines that I've received as to how you all operate, do you think the police are equipped to deal with an immortal terrorist?
I would have said no, but then...
I believe this goes beyond the police. At least more.
I remember
police.
how many of us got killed in the French Revolution because they got caught by the gendarmerie?
Oh, you mean back when they were beheading people?
Yes, exactly what I meant.
Okay, well, listen here, ancient one. Modern police don't behead people like they did back in French Revolution.
I remember. That's part of the reason I wasn't in France during the revolution.
You know what? We could leave it to the police. I'm fine with that. I'm sure nothing bad will befall New York's finest. Or as you get older, do you just not care about normal people anymore?
I'm looking at Bjorn.
You know, let's just go ahead and have this out, because I don't feel like having this simmering resentment going on for the rest of the day. Yes, I care about people. I have many people in my life. However, I also understand that there are things that I can and cannot do. I'm not especially talented at most forms of police work. Now, if you want to talk to me about different ways to find, catch, and clean fish, yeah, I can do that. If you want to talk to me about farming techniques, sure. Different ways of raising cattle, absolutely.
It's great that you've had millions of years of experience doing different things involving farm life and fishing, apparently. But terrorist immortal killing people. You know what you are probably good at? Chopping off heads. How about we deal with that problem, if that's even a real thing? By the way, not having any simmering resentment, it's sarcasm. So, prove to me your bullshit's real, and maybe I'll chill the fuck out.
Prove to you it's real.
Yup.
Okay. Fine. Fine.
Cool.
You got a knife on you?
Listen, if you're scared to go fight a dude that might also chop off your head, just fucking say that.
Of course I'm scared to fight another immortal, the same way they're scared to fight me. Anyone who would be going into a combat situation like that should be scared.
You know what? I'll look at just ignoring Bjorn now. Verso, give me the address to the fucking restaurant. I'll go look into it. Me, the person that can die. I'll go look into it since, you know, Bjorn is scared.
Well, I assure you, you were not going alone. I'll give him the address still, so he'll know where we're going.
God
And
forbid
also-
I actually admit to human weakness.
You're not human. Walk out the door.
Also,
I tried to
not,
prove-
not to be, not to be, I'm not helping. However, you literally just checked that you had all your sharp stuff on you.
Yes, but my sharp things could be a trick. His sharp things are far easier to believe that I haven't messed with them. Which was the reason I asked.
Okay,
That was the...
Excuse me.
Oh, fine.
Excuse me.
we have.
Jason. Okay. Well, I did have a reason behind it.
Okay.
I promise.
So we have Jason and Bertho.
What kind of proof do you want, dude? I would say, do you want me to die? I can't. You want to stick a knife in my heart? Would that make you feel better?
I want you, or Verso apparently, to chop off an immortal's head.
Find me one who I don't... Find me one that I actually want to fight. And fine, I've done it before, I'll do it again.
Okay, cool. So either you're telling me you don't want to behead the person that just bombed a whole bunch of innocent people upstairs.
I don't know that person right now.
You know enough that they bombed innocent people?
Yes, but I don't know who that is. There are still 8 billion people on the planet. I have no problem with bringing someone to justice for mass murder. That is
Then
not the
let's go
issue.
check out where the bomb came from.
Who said we weren't going to? I asked a question, should we call the police about it first? I'm sorry, isn't the NYPD supposed to be like the best in the world? New York's finest, last time I heard?
You literally
All
just
of a
heard me. You literally just heard me fucking say that. But you want the police to go deal with something that can't die, who's probably just gonna blow them up too. That's what you want. That's what you want to lurk in the shadows and wait while people that can die fucking die. The great use of your gift, dude. Great fucking use of it. Tell me I'm wrong.
Yes. You're wrong. This is not about...
You know
This is not about can die and can't die. This is about has the training, doesn't have the training.
This is about you just sitting here doing nothing while you stay safe in a place where you can't be attacked. That's what this is actually about. As far as I'm able to tell. You'd rather stand here and talk and argue than do something.
I would rather ask and just have thoughtful action afterwards, yes. I'd rather ask, do we know anybody who already works there? So do we happen to know if there's a pre-existing connection? Maybe these people are engaged with the mafia. Maybe they're engaged with any one of a double dozen other things.
Wow.
I don't know.
Wow. And so you've spent your millions of years alive just being paranoid. Got it.
That's why I'm alive, and for the record, I'm not that old. I doubt you care, but I'm not that old.
Was it the Ice Age or a comet that killed dinosaurs?
According to most
You,
modern-
who was there with your first-hand retelling.
I wasn't there.
Sure you weren't, Chief.
Do you want me to actually tell you how old I am? Would that make you feel better?
Do I really sound like the type of person that will really believe you right now?
Fine. Jen, out of curiosity,
Yeah.
I may or may not be about to do something very foolish, but
Okay.
very definitive. If I take what would be considered lethal but non-decapitating damage, I'm down and I'm back up at after a little while I'm back to full. Is that right? Okay. Cool.
Outside of combat, that happens pretty quickly.
All right, fine. Okay. Where's his gun?
In my fucking holster?
Is it on your hip, behind your back, under your arm?
You don't know. It's a concealed holster.
Roll
Fine.
perception.
Okay.
I'm
Hey, I have a
also
thing for that.
leaving.
Well, which one's perception? There it is. Okay.
There's a couple places covered with clothes that maybe it might be, but
All right, fine.
can't tell.
Here, how about this? Verso, do me a favor, please catch me. I pull out a pocket knife. Here, you want me to prove it's real? Stab.
Okay, well,
Okay, we'll roll 1d4.
How committed to the bit is Bjorn?
It's a pocket knife, so
I know, and I love you so very much for reminding me of that after I did it.
I literally was like, there's no weapon he can pull out that'll just instantly kill him by the mechanics of this game.
also that okay. So 2 plus your strength modifier.
My strength modifier is 3, so 5.
So 5. You plunge that pocket knife as deep as it'll go, all like inch to inch and a half.
That's at least. That's 2.5. That's 2.5 good inches.
Pocket knife, not a switchblade. Mine is like this big, right between some ribs. Man, that hurts. There's no reason to catch you. You are still very much standing.
I was about to say too, I only packed for like a week's worth of New York. I'm not changing out of a bloody sweatshirt.
There's some blood. It's contained to Bjorn's shirt entirely.
Okay, good.
So, I clearly grimacing in pain, but stubborn pride, Viking style, pull the knife back out. Fine. I pull my shirt down so he can see the wound. And as it, over the next, I'm going to say, however many minutes, closes completely.
It's a small wound. It's definitely there for a second. Open and bleeding, not profusely, just kind of like a drip. It's a pocket knife.
Your pocket
Not the
knives are
most-
clearly smaller than mine.
Not the most. I think you're thinking of a different kind of blade, to be honest.
I mean, my pocket knives are like that wide and about that long, so...
Still, it's bleeding, it's open, and then the tiniest, like, spark. If you blink you'll miss it. The tiniest blue spark around the very edges of the wound as it starts to close right back up. It takes maybe 10 seconds, not minutes.
I had already declared I was leaving and done with this conversation, so I'm not paying attention to any of that.
Okay, that's fine. You're gone, and you've left her behind.
I understand completely, but still,
Huh?
I was making a dramatic gesture, damn it.
You sure were. You know what you're not doing? Helping solve and save people.
Yeah, after Jason leaves, at what point would you say during that, would you say Jason left?
I imagine like it was the turn and while he was like trying to study where my gun might be and stuff, and like, you know, something about fine yelling, more yelling from Bjorn and stuff would be like when I go through door and like right around like stab. Don't close the door behind me or anything. And it's not like Jason's sprinting and running off through the church to like get out front or anything like that. It was just... So he is easily catch-upable. Jason is not going to leave.
So it's not like kind of dumb, the gesture. We'll just say you were still in the room. You just didn't look back as you went up the stairs.
Oh no, make it dumb. Feel free to make it dumb.
I'm saying just so it's not super dumb. He was still in the room. You just thought he turned back and he didn't.
I'm fine with that narration.
As Jason leaves, by the way, this whole conversation has Verso just looking back and forth at both of them and just... Oh my god, that's got to be the most interesting mortal finding out about Immortals, arguing with Immortal that he's seen. But after Jason leaves, he kind of lingers and then just goes, you should maybe change your shirt if you plan to come with us. I will be upstairs.
I hate this generation so damn much.
Not so bad.
Okay.
Stay away from the teenagers. Up the stairs.
Whatever you say, Nurse Chaser. I take the shirt off, try and like rinse it in the sink, trying to get most of the blood out before wringing it, putting it back on, and putting my trench coat back on over top of it. I'm hoping I did enough since it was all still very wet to get the blood out.
There wasn't much blood, so
Well then,
we'll call it fine.
okay.
All of us have carrots in chat, by the way.
I'm gonna have to stitch this up later.
Cool.
I'd love to show Jason how much I bled, because just to prove a point, but no.
Well, maybe you'll have a chance later as we investigate things.
Are you gonna
I want to
try to
smack the gr-
catch up, or you just gonna do your own thing?
I will. After I do that, I go up the stairs in an attempt to at least speak to Father Dominic about it. Since I know where they're going, so I mean, I just pull it up on GPS and ask Father Dominic if he has any knowledge of the place that, like,
Okay.
are they like notoriously mean? Do they not, are they mopped up? Is it a known drug outfit? Anything like that?
Okay.
A Padre probably wouldn't know, an Immortal would.
Well, we'll get there in a second. Jason and Verso, are you gonna go back to Central Park to try to get your car again?
I'm not leaving the grounds of the church until the team is all together because of my military background. While Bjorn might be annoying and might be just crazy like everybody else is, apparently, he's part of this. He's involved in this. He might be useful. Maybe they need something butchered at the restaurant. I don't know.
Butcher.
All right. So
You just described you only know how to fish and tend the land and service animals.
As compared to police investigative work, that's what I have more experience in.
You listed your skill set to Jason. Jason is taking
No.
that into advisement.
okay.
I got into it.
Hey. In character.
I am in character.
But
I
you're
was
not actually
trying-
talking right this second. So
I was explaining to the storyteller why I'm waiting for everyone.
I'm perfect. So you
And I
kind of
was
come to a
arguing-
stop by the double front doors first, so has a chance to catch up. Jordan, you find the father at this point cleaning up breakfast, basically packing away leftovers into individual containers. So if anyone comes in late, they can grab something. What do you ask?
Do you know anything of... It's Mama somethings, right?
Mama Vincent's.
Mama Vincent's.
That's right. Mother, dad name.
Oh, God. Do you know anything about Mama Vincent's pizzeria place nearby?
It doesn't ring any bells.
No.
If I have pizza, it's not from there. If you haven't been to Napoli's, it's good pizza.
Is it actually Neapolitan?
Yeah, the burnt crust, little.
Really? Wood-fired?
Mhm.
Interesting.
Pierce,
Haven't
thank
had
you
that
for the
since the last time I
race.
was in Italy. Haven't had that since the last time I was in Italy.
Well, I would
Maybe-
recommend
maybe
it's a little
first-
bit of a hike that way. But worth it.
Okay. I'm assuming a margarita for you?
Unless I feel spicy.
Oh. Hate to find out what a priest getting spicy would be.
Swear words. Anything else?
There's nowhere around here that's like a notorious mob hotspot or anything, is there?
This is New York City. There are small families here and there.
Okay, I mean, I remember back when the mob owned the city, and I remember back when Tammany owned the city. So
There
at this
are-
point,
Mob families, there are small gangs. It's everyone has territory everywhere.
but nobody big enough to be dishing out bombs to go along with the garlic knots.
I wouldn't know. I do know that it is much less prevalent since the 90s.
Well, thank Giuliani for that one. Okay. Okay. Do you have a rough idea how far it is from here?
No.
Okay.
Don't you have that on your telephone?
I do. My service
The
isn't great.
father kind of looks past Bjorn's shoulder and gestures toward Jason, checking his watch.
Jason doesn't have a watch, but he is looking like he's looking at one.
Is that where you're going, Mama Vincent's?
That's where we're going to try to figure out who sent what where.
I'm glad you have a lead. You should catch up.
Is everything all right?
Is there a reason why you're stalling?
I'm asking my friend if everything is all right.
Everything is fine. It's been a long night.
Okay. Turn, head out. Oh. I poked my head back in. Do you have a small sewing kit I might borrow when I get back? I have a little tear in my shirt that I need to mend.
There's one in the supply closet, yes.
Okay, thank you. And I head back out.
Well, while Versa's talking to the father, well, while Bjorn's talking to the father, Versa, do you know this guy?
I have just met him today.
Okay, cool. Then never mind.
Oh,
He's-
yesterday.
I promise you that not every immortal is this dramatic, though.
I don't know.
That's not said in a bad way.
It seems like with hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of years, you guys would get a taste for the theatrics.
You're saying that to an Italian.
I know who I'm saying it to.
This is a long life. It is important to find joys in the little things.
Yeah, see, if I had crazy cool superpowers, I'd use it to make the world a better place.
I wish immortals felt the same.
Me too.
I wish we had.
I knew there was
superpowers.
something special about you. You may not be immortal, but I remember you from the war for a reason.
Yeah, it's called keeping people safe. It's the whole reason to enlist. Oh, hey, he's finally done with this conversation.
I'm honestly surprised that you're still here.
All right, are we ready to go?
You made it.
Let's.
You made it
let's
seem
go.
you didn't care for my help. Has that changed, or am I misreading a situation?
Listen, if sucking you off will make you more pliable to helping with the situation, sure, Bjorn.
Hey.
I really desperately need your help.
If that would help, no offense, big guy, but you're not quite the top of my list in this group. But that's not the point.
You know what?
I'm not a.
Right back at you, champ. I'm doing an olive branch thing here. I'm saying, yes, I need your help. I am waiting for you as you continue to drag your feet. I don't know what more else you'd like from me, Bjorn. So if it's me sucking your dick, I'll do it if it'll just get you to fucking come along.
All you had to do was just say so.
All I had to do was stand here and wait as you continue delaying.
I was asking somebody from New York about the situation we might be going into. How is that
Hey,
delaying? That's
face,
less
where
than
do you think I'm from?
I'm sorry. Can you? My internet broke up. Could you say that again?
I said,
Please?
hey, fuckface, where do you think I'm from?
Where do you think I'm from? I don't.
Everywhere,
where people
caveman.
And try and start quietly herding us out the door.
are. Fine. Let us argue on the road.
I'm cool with that.
At the very least, let's walk.
Fine.
I love you, Chef.
Yes.
I love you, Chef.
I love you.
Okay.
Passing by nun kind of double takes, like,
Sorry, sister.
Christ forgives you.
Look,
So,
as all this is going while we're walking, and I'm assuming referencing the GPS to get to where we're supposed to be going. Okay.
that is the question. Are you going to your car or are you going to?
Jason is not going to Mama Vincent's yet. Jason's heading back to Central Park.
How far is that from here?
Not that far.
Not far.
I don't know. I don't know.
15, 20-minute walk, depending on lights.
Jason, not using GPS or anything, is just walking through the city.
Are we not going to Mama Vincent's or?
No, we're gonna go get wheels first. That way, if Leeds at Mama Vincent's takes us somewhere else we have to go, we don't have to double back to come get a car. And that way, we're also not being tracked by things like Uber or GPS or anything like that.
I did not know you had a car. Okay.
Okay, you'll find out that staying with modern times is actually a little useful.
If we were in my home city, I probably would agree with you.
Sure, but I mean, I just don't want you to think that my generation's useless.
I've never said your generation is
You
useless.
literally just said that.
I
You literally just said that.
said I don't understand your generation.
Right. Okay.
That doesn't
cool.
mean you're useless. I don't.
That's okay. That's fine. Don't worry about it. You don't have to understand being a decent, upright human being, because you're not one. Got it.
You just does it tickle your pickle to just go ahead and insult the hell out of me every time you get a second? Is that what makes you happy?
Sure.
Well, this is like the fourth time you've called me either a psychopath, not a decent human being, or some variation thereof.
Am
At
I
least
wrong?
today. Yes.
Okay, so a sociopath wouldn't clap at somebody being beheaded.
I'm not sure. I don't consider myself a sociopath.
Sociopath, wouldn't want to look into mass hurting of people.
Okay. I didn't say we shouldn't do it. I asked, should we leave it to those trained in the area?
Sure.
That's what I said. That does
Sure.
not. Assuming that I am somehow a better detective than someone who has been trained in the most modern tools of forensics and everything else, we are still walking, by the way.
So did you spend your thousands of years just with like your arm up a horse's ass or something? Or have you like learned nothing in all of your time?
I've learned
we're
quite a
walking.
bit.
You don't know how to detect?
Normally, I'm on the other side of the police.
Oh,
Yeah,
like,
I mean,
like a sociopath? So like crime and stuff? That's normally where you're at? On the other side of the police? Not
Being
doing
a
good
criminal
people
does not
thing?
make you a sociopath. Being a criminal doesn't make you a sociopath.
So you do crime, but you're not evil.
We never brought evil or good into this.
Okay, so you used to do bad stuff to people. Sorry, that's my bad for referencing evil.
I used to be a pirate, if that's what you're asking me. Yes. I used to be a smuggler.
Hey, Bjorn, give me a dex saving throw.
Oh God, what am I gonna trip over this time? Please tell me I'm tripping over a manhole cover.
As we're walking, I'm watching the pigeons eat crumbs off the ground and whistling Gloria.
As you're arguing, Bjorn, you kind of veer just a little off the sidewalk. This is New York City. Someone will absolutely hit you. You hop out of the way just enough, but the side view mirror clips you right in the hip as it just honks loudly and zooms past. And take one damage. Yeah, it'll be gone by the time you get where you're going, but
Okay, but still.
but ow. And ooze. And you stop talking for a second. Artie, what did you want to say?
I was just gonna say that as we're walking, I'm not looking at either of them. I'm just kind of a little ahead or behind one of the two, watching the pigeons eat crumbs, looking at literally anything else, and whistling Gloria under my breath.
Brosso's doing his best to pretend like he's not with you guys.
Understandable.
As we're walking,
Let it happen.
you know how, like, especially in like the Manhattan touristy areas, like what's around Central Park, based off of what I remember of real life New York City. I'm gonna stop at one of those bullshit like freaking tourist trapped souvenir shops, just to buy a I Heart New York shirt that's not soaking wet and has like a stab wound in the side of it for Bjorn.
Okay.
I don't know whether or not you'd be able to see that since I have my trench coat on over top of that.
I wouldn't be able to see your shirt underneath your coat.
It's
How
fine.
cold is it out?
He
Okay,
veers off. He veers off. It's
Okay,
It's not
flavor.
important.
It's fine.
It's not important. I'm just buying you a shirt, man.
It's flavor. It's
white
fine.
or black? What color?
At mid disagreement, Jason takes a right, breaks off from the group, and just ducks into one of those like I Heart New York exclusive, nothing but that shops.
I'm glad you knew exactly what kind of shop I was talking about.
Yeah.
Gonna throw Bjorn's shirt, Bjorn's new shirt, and hopefully make it to my car.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I'm gonna
You
get
make it to your car.
so much about this. Thank you.
Get to my
It
car.
was roped off by police before. The parking lot has been mostly cleared out now. There's a few cars still there. Maybe they're new from the evening. Maybe they're just left over from yesterday, but yours is there and accessible, and you can easily hop in and grab it if you want.
I'm going to first pop my trunk. Boom. Grab one extra clip. Stare at my rifle for a moment. Close trunk. Don't need that yet. Get in car. Make sure it's unlocked so that Verso and Bjorn can get in.
Do we not need to check this too?
What? My car?
In case it's being tracked. I know you said you were afraid of that.
Turn on my car.
Hey, it doesn't explode.
Okay. It's just
Your
asking.
seat.
Look,
right,
man,
I'll ride in the back.
listen, you know what? I'm glad I'm not immortal.
Out of curiosity, why?
Because I don't want to overthink every single situation I find myself in.
When it's not a life-threatening one, I normally don't, believe it or not.
You have done it every time we've tried to do anything. Were you curious as to like if the bacon was poisoned? Or
No,
something?
because that wouldn't affect me.
Cool. Poison doesn't hurt you. Good to know. Mama business. I'm driving there now.
You go that into GPS. It's in this traffic. It's like a 15-minute drive.
It's fine.
Um,
Poor
You get
Verso
there.
having to listen to more Bjorn and Jason bantering.
While this is going on, I also changed shirts.
yeah. So I'll
I'm
sit
just
through the
counting how
backseat.
many red cars I can see.
So,
Yeah.
you left. Do
17.
you want us to banter on the way there, or are you cool with us saving that for later?
Whatever you're feeling.
So,
You have some-
so were you like the human trafficking, slave trading pirate, or the raid towns, burn them down, rape and murder people pirate? What kind of pirate were you? Were you born?
My head thunks against the window.
Because, a lot of people romanticize pirates and stuff, but, actual historical studies show what they actually were. So I'd love to know what kind you were.
Do you want to look me up?
No.
Damn shame. They actually have there's a song about me.
Cool, man.
The
How many
biggest
songs do they make about? How many songs do they make about you?
Stop about me.
Oh, I don't know. There's
It's not a children's show.
You know what? There's 30 fucking songs about being a fucking badass hero of war. It sounds like you just ran around pillaging and raping and murdering. So I'm sure those songs are awesome. Awesome songs.
Song.
Oh, no, you said you had a pirate song, you have a kid song. How many other songs do you got? I didn't realize that I was driving famous royalty of heralded through all of time and ages. Verso, how many songs do you got? How many songs have people made about you, Verso?
That you know about.
None that I know of.
Yep, cool. I'm
Verso, consider it.
pretty positive Timmy doesn't have any either, so I think you're full of shit. Because also, if you're not supposed to expose things, how many people? How can there be so many songs about Bjorn, the awesome?
Because wasn't my name back then.
Okay. Sure, champ.
Okay.
Whatever makes you feel better, man.
Believe me or don't. I'm on Octonauts, man. What's your point?
And as one of these cares for Verso, you're there now. Look at that. And also, there's parking right in the front.
Here.
And earplug suddenly.
Open the door and get the fuck out.
We have arrived. Out the door.
Yep.
Yeah,
We have arrived, and it's like, Bjorn, just so you're aware, I'm putting a pin in this bullshit for now. When we are in a safe, non-potentially dangerous situation, as you know, I can die, and then you'd have nobody to argue with. We'll pull that pin back out when we're in another safe place.
And I'll explain. Oh, okay.
Yep. You can explain to me what an octonaut is.
How do you hang out with an 11-year-old and don't know what Octonauts is?
Because apparently he's like 300 and not actually 11. Slam door.
That's a you thing. Okay, no, excuse me. That's a him thing.
You get there. It looks like, based on the times posted, the restaurant has just opened up. It's like one of those little mom and pop places, like on the small side. This is Italian decor up in the windows.
Does it have like any of those like voted best in insert magazine here stuff on the door?
Nah, but it does have a food safety rating.
Do I want to know what
A
its food
minus.
safety rating?
A minus.
Oh, okay. So I'm just gonna say this. The Padre did tell me that there is a really good Nepalese place, or not Nepalese, but Neapolitan. Excuse me.
Napoli?
Neapolitan, Naples. Place that he gets it from up the way too. Before we go in, I haven't said this walking in.
I put a pin in it. I put a pin in it. I put a pin in it. We're banking this. We're banking this for later. We're banking this for later, and open the door for Verso and Bjorn. It's like, deal with what we'll talk. We'll add it. We're adding it. Put another round in the chamber, and follow in behind them.
Well,
That
feeling
sounds psychopathic.
bell above the door. The door kind of creaks open. Sort of a bored-looking, maybe late teen at the hostess station, like looks up from her phone, like, "Welcome to Mama Vincent's." Why are you just staring?
Waiting for Verso to do what Verso does.
Yeah.
Oh God.
I'm glad you and I were on the same page on
Verso doesn't even have to try. It just happens.
You guys eating in, or you want to take out?
Actually, we were here to ask about an order that was placed yesterday.
You had a problem with an order from yesterday?
I don't believe it got to the right person.
Well, I mean, that's a thing for move food. That's not really an us problem.
I'm gonna
Alright.
turn around and be like, I've never ordered delivery. What is this?
Oh my god. Oh my god. Verso, this is the one thing. This is the one thing I was counting on. Hey, miss. How you doing tonight?
I'm all right.
And suddenly just New York accent from fucking nowhere. Hey, so check this out. We were at the park yesterday.
No shit.
No shit. And so before all the bullshit happened, bomb ass food. See what I did there?
Oh God.
Fucking.
New York strong.
Right? Can you help? Listen, if you can't joke about it, what's the point of even living? Side eye at Bjorn. Like, however, so the order that went to Central Park, like, you know, Move Food, we know they deal with all that. Whatever. They're the ones that got it there. It wasn't you guys. Nothing. I was just curious if I could see that order so I could figure out what yummy things I shoved into my fucking face yesterday.
Oh, well. I mean, I guess that's kind of different. Yeah, hold on. And she kind of circles around, wandering to the actual register.
Yeah, he'll
there's only
follow her.
there's only a couple of people actually sitting down to eat. It's clearly not like the most popular of locations, but it's New York and they're still open, so they're doing all right.
Yep.
Yeah.
She gives a huge put upon sigh as she kind of like settles herself behind the register and starts typing. What's the name?
My name?
King.
I'm
Yeah,
the
King.
Notes.
Oh.
The king.
King.
The king, like Elvis.
The king.
Look, they're the ones that know the order, like where the order came from. I don't fucking know.
And also in a somewhat outdated New York accent. The guy was pretending to be the king while he was there. I
Are
suppose
you
he just
fucking
thought-
making fun of me?
I've been here too.
Shut the pin in it. There's a pin in it. There's a pin in it. There's a.
You
You
guys
just
having some kind of love a spat? That's not my problem.
Something.
Listen, the
Something
king.
like
Yeah, that was just like some spaghetti, a lasagna, and a cannoli.
can I see that real quick? Like, look
Yeah, all right.
yeah.
She
Looking
kinda
at
like a
Doesn't care. She goes back to her phone, gesturing
cool.
to the
like
screen.
is it like a penne alla vodka lasagna or is this like a meat lasagna?
it doesn't fucking matter, Bjorn.
You're the one who wants to figure out what to stuff in your face. I'm asking for you. I'm sorry.
Hey.
Oh my God! Stop
All right.
yelling.
Yeah. She goes back to her phone, right? Mm-hmm. Going to look at the monitor that's been turned around for me. Because all my times working in restaurants and stuff and everything like that, it's like there'd at least be like phone number or like customer or something, some information for the customer that's getting delivered.
It's got the information that Verso had for the delivery. It has the king and then the location in Central Park. and then the little note that he had.
It should have some kind of phone number or something in case there's a problem with the order. That's how all
It had
those
the
work.
restaurant's phone number.
Email?
All of you roll I guess perception, I guess, or technology or computer technology. Is technology in here?
Computers.
Computers. Roll perception or computers.
Wow.
You copying me?
No, I'm just too caught up in your fucking bullshit.
Oh, I see.
Well, here's the
Dr.
good
Big.
news.
The good news is Verso is the MVP.
Verso, and also the difficulty for you, Jason, is way lower. So, as we're just gonna say that you kind of like click between orders. You kind of like press the scroll forward, scroll back button just to see if there's anything different.
Mm-hmm.
Verso and Jason, you notice that there's actually a lot of fields missing in the order from Central Park. There isn't a delivery phone number. There isn't like card information. There isn't a payment made. It looks like this particular order was maybe manually entered.
What's up?
Thank you, sweetheart. Appreciate you.
Yeah, sure, no problem.
I'll slide whatever loose change I have from buying Bjorn his shirt into like the tip jar that's at the host stand.
$1.17.
Let's go.
I'm also gonna ask, pardon, you wouldn't happen to know who put this meal together yesterday, would you?
Who put it together?
Yeah.
I was working yesterday, but hold on. And she kind of pulled the monitor back to look at it. I don't remember this order. The king, I don't remember. Listen, this is my 7th day in a row. I get it. I don't remember everything, but I feel like I would remember the king.
Did anybody else put it in?
Oh, sure. There's me. There is Libby, but she's not in today. There is Calvin. He works the kitchen.
Okay.
Do you want to talk to Calvin?
Is he here? I mean, we may as well cover all our bases while we're here.
Stop the accent.
Yeah, stop the accent. That's weird.
Fine.
You got one of those Madonna complexes where you just try to talk like anybody else?
It was either this or I tried to use one of my other accents.
Stop
No,
it.
no, it's okay. He has this whole thing where like he's done everything and been everywhere.
Your jealousy does not behoove you.
Yeah, totally jealous of a one-upper.
Yeah, cool
See?
clothes and whatnot. Yeah, let me go see. One sec. What's your name?
Zach.
Zach.
Bjorn.
Okay. What?
Bjorn.
See?
Ugh. She just shakes her head, shoves her phone into her pocket, and like wanders past the like flappy kitchen doors.
I didn't pick it.
Once she's gone, yes, you did.
Actually, that one, no, I didn't. That one was given to me.
You don't even pick your own fucking identities. What does Zoltan tell you what you're gonna be in the current life?
It was my father's name, but thank you.
For what?
Being insensitive.
Not a problem. I picked that up from you too.
And here I thought it was a New York thing.
So, since you're not bickering with anyone else, you can kind of hear voice is muffled. You can't understand the words that are being said, but it's clearly the hostess's voice and then a kind of gruff male voice in the back. They immediately kind of, it starts to seem like it's an argument, but then he just kind of, you hear distinctly a guy saying, "Ah, fuck it." And he kind of pops the flap to the kitchen open. Jason, roll me intelligence.
Sure.
As I just accidentally closed roll 20.
Yeah.
You don't need that.
You just tell me how good you did. I'll believe you.
I rolled a 15 and I have a 14.
You only catch the face for a fraction of a second. But you recognize that guy. Calvin Sartori. It's been a while. But the last time you saw him, you were perhaps, maybe a little bit, doing a tiny bit of breaking in or entering.
What's this? Prime?
You don't fucking know shit about this. This is something I recognize.
Which is why I haven't been able to get you yet.
This man's face, kind of tanned, very short buzzed hair, a gruff, like, half-kept beard, appears in the doorway for a fraction of a second before you just hear shit, and it ducks back into the kitchen.
So I think you were too handsome.
Excuse me.
Yeah, he's running, Ver.
You hear, like, the clattering of pans from the kitchen.
Jason's literally just standing there. He didn't want to talk to the chef person.
Well, the hostess is, like, screaming after him.
Out
You're
of
like run out
curiosity,
the back.
we think.
That is literally what he's doing right now. Is you hear clattering through the kitchen, Verso.
Yeah.
Now, I'm
Yeah,
not a
we're-
detective, but Chase.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm
Just-
running out through the front door around the back.
I'm going through the back.
I'm going to my car.
Okay. So Jason goes out to his car.
We'll get him on all sides.
Bjorn, you're running through the restaurant to the back.
Yes, I am, with absolutely no clue of where I'm going, just hoping for doors still closing.
And Verso, give me evens or odds real quick.
Odds.
You're smack in the middle of an entire block of buildings. So you're gonna be running for a minute or two before you find an alley to cut through.
All right.
I am going to message Mike so much later and being like, this is what happens when you're not here.
Window meat hole.
Actually, he's messaging right now.
All right. So when you get to your car, Jason, are you doing anything in particular? So we're all caught up.
I am gonna go around the building.
Okay. So Bjorn, you're probably going to be the one to catch sight of him first. You zigzag through the kitchen, having to like step over all kinds of pots and pans and cutlery that has been just flung across the kitchen in a panic. Just if you could roll me a dex save or an acrobatics or something like that. Make sure.
Would you prefer acrobatics or athletics?
Acrobatics. It's not strength.
19.
Awesome. You hop deftly over cast iron pans and like an overturned pan of marinara. Absolutely not slipping as you zig and or zag your way through the kitchen. The door is just clicking closed behind whoever it was who decided just to bounce.
Not looking, barge out. I'm already running. I do not have the ability to slow down on Marinara. I am barging straight through.
Nothing, the door bursts open. It doesn't hit anybody. And you kind of emerge into like the back of a long line of buildings.
Mm-hmm.
Look left, look right, and you can see that just almost at the edge of this block of buildings, there is a dude in like a dingy white chef, the cook jacket, just booking it.
I don't even know this guy. Chase.
Jason's starting his car, heading toward the alleyway / I'll just call it a road, it's fine. Verso, you are running on foot.
Yeah.
As you like take off down the sidewalk, weaving in and out of your average pedestrian, you see Jason just driving in his car down to take a right at the end of the road.
Okay.
I'll say evens or odds, Jason.
Always on.
Oh, you chose the right direction. Look at you go. As
It's
your-
New York City. It's probably just a one-way street, but
as Bjorn lays chase behind him, you see Calvin, your old friend,
yep.
skidding on the edge of a corner to take left.
I'm going to throw
Coming
open.
right for you now.
I'm going to throw open my car door. Cal, get in.
He skitters to a stop, like staring for a second.
Jason, come
Before-
on. It's Jay.
Fuck. And he hops in. Just go.
Drives. What the fuck are we running from?
I don't fucking know, dude.
What do you mean you don't know?
Don't ask any questions. It's fine. Just, if you could just...
Are you working?
I'm not... I work at a restaurant.
Yeah, right. And the police didn't abduct some moo food girl that dropped off something from this restaurant yesterday.
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh. Right. Totally didn't happen. Totally driving. Totally definitely not just driving in a New York City kind of circle or anything.
Where the fuck you been?
Fucking. So when I got out, I joined the military, and then I went into the private branch and sector and stuff, and so on and so forth. It's wait, is this kid crime or adult crime?
Adult crime.
Adult crime. It's like I fucking got into the private. One of my old war buddies got me into the private sector. I've been bodyguarding rich people.
Really?
Really? Pays good.
What's good for you,
Yeah.
I guess.
Until you
You can
know.
drop me off.
Hmm?
You can drop me off here.
Where am I dropping you off at?
Right here. It's fine. I just
Right here?
needed space.
Yeah. You can drop them off like 1 block away from where the restaurant was. Maybe where I saw Versa running.
Yeah. Everybody else, you kind of see, you see Jason just loop around and his car come to a stop.
Wait to see if this guy gets out before doing anything to him.
Yeah. As soon as the car is stopped, he pops the door open and hops out, like looking both ways.
I'm gonna lock my doors and proceed down the streets. I'm not blocking traffic, like a good citizen.
Viking charge after the guy again.
Okay.
Special
So what are you
delivery.
doing? Versa, what are you doing?
A little confused, but we're gonna keep running.
Okay. Okay. Um, let's see. Well, I guess Bjorn, give me an athletics. As you spear. Nice. You also roll me a d4.
Wouldn't that be 2d4 since he critted?
Yeah, sure.
5.
He barely has enough time to kind of turn to look both ways to see which direction he was going to keep running in when Bjorn, out of nowhere, just catches him right around the middle. He flies backwards, thudding down onto the pavement, straight onto his back. The air completely knocked out of him. He like coughs and sputters and gasps.
Flying Viking tackle.
His head like bounces off of the concrete, looks dazed. Versa, you can easily catch up now that no one's moving.
Yeah, I'm gonna slow to a jog up to them.
Why were you running? I just wanted to talk about your lasagna recipe. That's all I wanted.
Dude, who the fuck are you? Get off me!
Why did you run?
I was out for a jog.
Right after being told about the order to Central Park yesterday?
What the fuck are you? Get off me, man.
Well, my name was on that order,
Or
so I'd like
I
to know.
didn't know you.
I mean, that's really a matter of opinion at this point. But he has a point. Our names were on that order, and you're the last. You apparently are the one who put it together.
I put
So-
it together.
Did you?
I don't know you.
See, the fun part is, I love the fact that all we said was order, and he knew exactly which one we were talking about, too. How would you know which one we're talking about? Because, I didn't tell you.
Get off me, dude.
Tell us what you know.
Fine. No. Fine. Okay. Out of character. Versa, what languages... do you and I have any languages in common other than English?
I know Italian and Spanish, but you don't know that I know Spanish.
No, and I don't speak Spanish anyway, so, okay, never mind then. All right. Fine. We can discuss this somewhere else if you prefer.
I'm not discussing shit with you.
Keep an eye on him for a second. I'll say over to Verso as I get off the guy, keeping my weight on him as much as possible before pushing up off of his chest, trying to keep him down as much as possible.
Cool. Give me a dex saving throw. As the second your weight shifts off of him, he swings a fist.
All right, I think this is my dex saving throw.
How? How do you keep?
Jesus.
I have no idea, but yeah.
The fist whiffs right by your face. You catch a breeze, but not any of it.
Hit him.
All right. Roll me strength then. Okay. And let's see. 1d4. Your fist collides with the side of his face. You feel something give. Just a little. And his eyes roll back, and his head thuds against the concrete again as he is knocked unconscious.
Give me a hand. I immediately pick him up, throw his arm over my shoulder as if I'm escorting a drunken friend. Come on, come on. Yeah, I know. Get his other arm, please. Come on, let's get him out of traffic.
Oh, you know
All
what?
right.
Roll me performance real quick to see if anyone feels like interrupting. You are wasting these rolls, my friend.
How am I doing this?
I don't know.
But
you were-
I'm pulling this off.
You are convincing enough that nobody stops to accost you.
Come on. Okay. Take him into the back alley, I suppose, that he just ran out of or came near from or whatever.
Right?
Would you mind I look at Verso. Would you mind texting Jason?
I don't believe I caught his number.
Damn, neither did I.
You both could have easily have seen his car was like right at the road.
Yeah. If he's still
You in fact
Like-
had speared this man almost directly beside the car.
Okay, well. Eventually he'll come back around or he won't.
Yeah, no, I'm not taking that as an answer. As soon as we get him into the back alley, I'm gonna walk out a bit and see if I can't spot Jason's car.
Jason literally does the same thing. He just makes another circle around the block. So it'll be very easy to wave him down again.
Yep, we're gonna wave you down.
Okay. Go into the alley, I guess.
Yep. I've got his friend sort of like leaning up against the wall or whatever.
Do you know? He's my friend.
Friend. Person you were willing to open a car door for.
You didn't see that. You were running out the back.
Fine. Hey, I got him. Better?
Cool. I'll pull into the alleyway and then kind of look at the situation and be like,
This dude is slumped over, like some blood dribbling from a cut at the corner of his eye.
well, at least he didn't cut his head off. You'll see Jason saying something to himself.
He's probably talking shit about me again. Okay.
Well, we managed.
Does he look passed out? Unconscious?
He's on.
He's not.
Okay.
Okay, cool. I'll roll down my window. What's up?
You know this guy?
I mean, I knew that guy.
Okay. So,
Why'd he run from
I
you
saw-
guys?
I don't know. I was chasing him because that seemed like the thing the detectives always do.
Good job. You're learning. They say you can't say you can't teach old dogs new tricks.
Look here, puppy. That's not the point.
Listen, who delivered the guy for you to beat up?
Who caused him to run in the first place? I've never
Okay,
seen this guy in my life.
Let's not get into this again, please,
fine,
and thank
fine,
you.
fine.
We have an unconscious man in the back alleyway.
I can tell you
Let's
right now, he
stick to
wouldn't
what
run from
we
me.
Let's stick
that
to
as
what we
fine.
know.
Okay.
The lady at the register went back to the kitchen, told him about the order. It sounded to me like some sort of argument.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
He came out, saw we were in the lobby, ran. That is not everyday normal behavior that I would know of, but I haven't been in New York very long, so maybe I'm wrong.
You're not.
But we
Okay.
chased him. Thank you for making it easier to catch him.
Thank you, Verso. You're welcome.
And Bjorn managed to spear him, tackle him to the ground. We asked him what he knew about the order, and he refused to answer us.
So he
And
knows
But
something,
he clearly knew
definitely
something.
knows something.
especially
And then
involving
he-
you two.
So Bjorn knocked him out. And that is
That's
what
all
we
good.
know. That is what happened.
Okay.
So what do we do now? How long is this guy gonna be out? How hard did you punch him? Good gracious.
You took a swing at me.
I'm actually
sorry?
gonna see, is that cut healing at all? Or is it just bleeding?
Hey, you brought me medicine.
Go, Nurse Verso.
Nurse Verso.
Oh no.
You're not really sure. You stare at it for a minute. Maybe it is, maybe it isn't.
Stop stealing all your good rolls.
Rolled.
Jinx.
Look, you beat the
In
nurse.
fact, honestly, maybe it's getting bigger. You're not really sure.
Maybe it's getting weaker.
Aren't you supposed to have this medical knowledge from school?
I never went to school, I went to the military.
Nurse Verso, that's what we're going to call you.
And then to a different school. Please do not. Please refrain.
Anywho. So, clearly he knows something. What do we want to do to try to get this knowledge out of him?
I don't know. How did pirates get information out of people? Jason makes the gesture of removing a pin.
Do you want me to rip out his, I don't know, toenails?
I don't know. You apparently think knocking people out is a good way to get information.
No. I think that when someone takes a swing at me, I swing back.
Is a swing gonna cut off your head there, champ?
Did I cut off his head there, Buddy Rowe?
Normal human? Guy who can't die unless you get your head chopped off.
Back in.
You seem to think I'm some kind of Superman here.
You are.
I don't hit any harder than anybody else. Well, maybe Timmy, but that's beside the point. Anyway.
You're like the dumbest old person I think I'll ever meet.
And you are young and rude, but that's beside the point.
I at least know how to subdue people without knocking them unconscious, especially when I want to ask them questions. You know, like a smart person.
I wasn't subduing him because I wanted to ask him questions. I knocked him unconscious because he tried to hit me, and I made it so he couldn't.
So guy who you say you know clearly knows stuff. You don't want to ask him anything. You just want to knock him out.
No, I wanted to ask him something. I was getting off him to bring him back here so we could talk to him.
And
he
then
takes a swing at me, I swing back.
And then
God
you knocked
forbid.
him out. And then you knocked him out.
Yes,
What are we
I
going
knocked
to do
him
with
out.
the unconscious fucking body, Bjorn?
Have you tried waking him up, or are you just going to sit here and yell at me the entire day?
You know what? I hope we find this bomber just so I can be fucking done with you. Because straight up, why don't you wake him up with all of your years of knowledge of knocking people out, dumbass?
Because I've been talking to you.
You know what? That's fine. That's fine. You know what? I'll just do fucking everything for you. I'll get out of the car, I'll go to the unconscious body and try to wake him up since Bjorn hasn't thought to do that.
Because I've been talking to you. I wanted to talk to you before we talk to the person who's out cold.
Why would the dude who ran from him? Why do you need to wait for me? He ran from you, dumbass.
Because you apparently have more knowledge in this area than I do, jackass.
Yes, I know how to go find the restaurant that a bomb came from. God forbid. No. Oh, wait, I'm sorry. You don't believe in God or something, or you had a big falling out with him or something. I don't know. It's been hundreds of years since I've been in the church. Slap Calvin a little bit. Not hard, just try to stir him.
Let's see. Your hand like bounces off his head, but he doesn't rouse just yet. That was all his hit points.
Come on, Calvin. Come on. Viking church pirate needs to talk to you. Come on, buddy. Be careful. He might do some farmland stuff to you.
Speaking of which,
he might take you fishing.
I have a thing. Can I use my survival instead of medicine to try to wake this guy up?
You can, but what are you gonna do? Just out of
Honestly,
curiosity.
I have no idea. At this point, it's just to prove a point and hope that maybe it works. I don't know.
Okay.
So Matt, you were smacking him or something?
I was like, you know.
Okay, just making sure I understood. Do you have any water in your car or anything?
No.
I look around to see if I can find like something with some rainwater or something to throw at this guy's face.
There's like it's a New York City alley. There's a bottle of pee by the dumpster.
Blech.
Fine. I hit him with the bottle first before pouring it on him. And can I use my survival instead of my medicine for that?
I'm just gonna say right now, it's really nice that the system doesn't have a humanity tracker, you know? I'm just saying it for no reason. Go ahead.
You gotta be a little bit crazy to do this. I sort of like do it threateningly.
Huh?
I don't know.
You wave the bottle of pee.
No.
Threateningly.
I hit him with it. Like tap, tap, tap. Saying, if you don't wake up, I'm gonna empty this on you.
He's like
Hoping.
conscious. He just didn't know what you're saying.
I don't know how unconscious he is. I wouldn't know that.
You're making this so easy for Jason.
I will tell you, with your survival medicine roll, he's too unconscious to understand the threat.
Big man,
know that.
big man threatening the unconscious guy. You hoping to invade his dreams, Freddy Krueger?
You would know. All right, here we go.
Sorry.
Oh no.
My fault. This is my fault. I take responsibility.
Okay.
You would know.
Actually, I have a way around this that would actually work.
Based on this roll, you would know that where you hit him is kind of like right on the temple. This man for sure at least has a concussion. You saw his head bounce a couple of times off of the ground, not just your fist.
Oh,
Like-
I'm sorry. I
Bonking him with a bottle of piss is not at this juncture sufficient.
Okay, fine. I'm going to try to do something with rudimentary smelling salts and open it under his nose to try to make the stink wake him up.
That New York
Compared to-
pee.
Compared to the other threats I've made, this is closer to humane.
It's been the most ratchet. It's been maybe the most ratchet thing all season so far this game.
I can't, and it's my fault. I thought we were just gonna leave the bottle, and that's my miscalculation.
No, you gave Chef a bottle of pee to use.
Bjorn is an opportunist.
I've already made Artie cry.
It's
So,
from
I mean,
it's from his pirate life.
You drink what you had.
Oh no, you use urine for all kinds of stuff.
I don't
Just
want to
roll.
know.
Just odds. Those are odds, Chef.
Odds.
You're making Jen yell at us now. Now Jen's yelling at us.
I have angered the DM, mommy.
It's too fresh. It doesn't work.
I don't have a response to that sentence. Normally we say that about Verso, but you know what? Okay. Well, I tried. Okay, I tried. What do you want to do? Is there someplace we can take him till he wakes up?
No. Unless Father
Alright.
Dominic's cool with taking in hostages into his church.
I don't know. Throw him in the trunk of your car.
Absolutely not.
Okay.
I'm currently renting a hotel room.
Sorry, I've never tortured information out of a man, but that kind of doesn't sound like a good idea.
I
I
didn't
love how
think it was either.
you're giving me shit for having done it in the past, but now you're making it sound like it's so commonplace. Pick a side.
The fuck do you mean?
You're giving it like tips about how to do torture, and you're getting mad at me because I used to do it.
I literally just said I've never tortured anybody, but taking somebody to a place where everybody stays doesn't sound like a good idea. How is that fucking saying it's a good idea?
You're
How?
automatically accepting.
Your phone starts ringing.
You literally just said you were gonna torture him. You said you were gonna do it.
My phone.
Go ahead, take your call. Take your call. Anything's more important than this. Take the call.
Hello.
Hi. It's Grace.
Hey, gorgeous. How are you?
I'm probably better than you. What's going on?
Oh, you know,
No, I don't. That's what I'm asking.
trying to get information and getting yelled at about what methods I have and haven't used in the past.
Are you talking about torture again?
Why does everybody say it's about torture?
Literally said you were
It's
gonna
not-
do that.
I was gonna ask him first.
After you knocked him out. You're so smart. Just
I
say
tried to talk to him, then he swung at me.
the
He swung-
wisdom of ages.
Hey, I can see I'm interrupting something important.
Oh, no, no, no.
Can you call back?
You are far more important to me. What you need?
Yeah.
What's going on?
That's a line. I was just calling you. I found a guy.
Oh? Like,
For your
which guy?
phone. You needed a phone guy. I found a phone guy.
Oh. Awesome. What did he say?
He needs the phone.
He needs my phone?
Yeah, he needs the
Okay.
phone that got the message or the SIM card. It doesn't have to be the whole phone. Do you still
Where-
have your phone?
I do.
Same phone?
One you're talking to me on.
Okay, I'm just checking.
I know. I'm sorry. It's been a stressful morning and I apologize for taking that out on you. You
It
deserve
seems
that.
like tempers are high.
You had been nothing more than you are a cool, fresh spring over the angry desert that
If
is. my
you're
country.
too mad, it's fine. Just let it go. His name is Mace. He works out of a pawn
Mace.
shop. I can send you the address.
Okay.
It's gonna be $500.
Cash only, I'm assuming.
Cash only.
Okay.
Is there anything else you need?
Well. Right now, we're trying to. I give her a brief rundown on what happened at the park and like the bombing and everything,
Okay.
and how we're trying to figure out what's going on. Do you know how somebody would manually enter one of these things and get it shipped out without somebody noticing?
Like an order?
Yeah, because it wasn't paid for. There was no email, there was no phone number, there was no card number. But food still got shipped out to a third party, and you think normally they'd have a card, like they'd require a card to have already paid for it before. I'm trying to figure out,
I'm guessing somebody at the restaurant would do it? Or is there a reason that's not possible?
Well, I'm looking at somebody right now who might have done it, but I can't prove that yet.
All right.
I was trying to figure out if there's another way of looking at this I haven't thought of yet.
I'm not really sure. Do you need me to come out there?
As badly as I would love the answer to that question, for me to say yes, I don't believe it's safe right now. Besides, I thought you said you were busy for the next, like, 2 months.
No. I didn't know when I was getting home. I'm actually in London now.
Oh. Well, in that case, I mean...
Okay,
You're
what
gonna
can
be-
I do for you right now? I can feel the impatience through the phone. So just tell me what you need from me right now, besides the address for the pawn shop.
A way to figure out who the hell... A way to figure out exactly which one of the people on here, on this list, may be playing double.
What?
If you were going to try to dodge suspicion, putting your name on a list of targets would be a great way to get people to not look at you as a bomber.
Okay.
I'm trying to figure out who, if anyone, on that list could be playing a double game.
I'm not really a detective or anything, so is there a thing I can do to help you figure it out?
Let me think about that and text you, please.
You said you had a guy. Who's the guy? Do you know the guy?
Do we know this guy's name?
His name is Calvin Zautori. Spell it out.
Calvin Satori. Repeat the spelling. Do you know if
Okay.
you can find anything about this guy? Because I'm pretty sure he's not going to like me whenever he wakes up.
Don't. Hey,
What?
don't. You're not taking him back to your hotel, right?
Absolutely not.
Okay, you have somewhere to take him?
At this point, I'm debating whether or not I want to take him anywhere. If you can find the answers that he's got without me having to go through him, so nobody, he can't talk to anybody about it, that would be very helpful. But
Okay, but that's gonna take me some time
I know
to
that's why
do
I.
research. All right, if all you need is research, no problem.
I reserve the right to, when I'm thinking, more clearly text you back.
You can text me whenever you want. It's your minutes.
Well, it's my minutes, but it's your lovely smile and time that I don't get to spend with you. But that's another story entirely, and I would desperately like to make it up to you.
Nothing to make up.
Oh, I'll find something.
It'll be a fish.
Put me on speaker real quick.
Okay, hang on a second. Speaker.
Hey,
Go ahead.
other person?
Which one of us?
Oh, there's more than one?
Yeah.
There's Verso and there's Jason.
Hey, fellas.
What's up?
Having a bad day?
No.
Just-
Yesterday was worse.
Just wanted to apologize, I guess, for calling at the wrong time. Do you need anything?
Nothing that you can
Grace.
get. Nothing that you can give me, Grace. But thank you.
Cool. Good luck with Bjorn.
I'd say I'd just shoot him, but it wouldn't do anything. So I've been contemplating just shooting myself. But thank you.
Wouldn't do anything?
Long story, you had to be there.
Oh, she doesn't know?
Don't know what.
Nothing. It's cool. Don't worry about it.
You remember that thing that... it's the rest of that story that I haven't quite had a chance to tell you and Angela yet, but... About where I'm from and all that jazz. This is a conversation to be had over dinner.
Fine, but it better be Indian.
I know this really great place.
First,
No,
do you do you want to throw on your charm and talk to Bjorn's woman?
No. I will
Oh,
be over here.
Verso speaks.
I will be
Yes,
over
he's
here.
extremely Italian, and since I don't believe you're a nurse, I think you might be safe. That or
I know how to do stitches. That's about it.
I remember.
What do you need stitches for?
I didn't say it was for me.
All right. I'm going to stop interrupting. Bye, guys.
I love you.
Yeah, no.
I just felt it needed to be said.
Now you keep wasting time. Hangs up.
Right?
Oh. Really? Really?
You love her so much that you haven't told her what you are?
It is not such a simple thing.
Was that the one that, was attacked because of you, or is that the other one?
For the record, that is Grace. And as far as I'm aware, she was not attacked because of me. And yes, she and Angela know everything about each other. Anyway. So we may have another lead to follow up.
With the bombing?
Well, with the person from my side of the story, actually. The person who attacked Angela and I, who sent us a text and everything. I told you about it.
Yeah, remember? I literally just referenced that with your loved ones that were put in danger because of you. Literally just were talking about that?
Yeah, what I'm saying is she found a guy who should hopefully be able to find out who sent that text to me originally to hopefully narrow some stuff down.
Cool.
So non-New York, I guess, side of this story, for lack of a better term.
Maybe New York if they're what drew you to New York.
Touche.
Just saying, man.
That's fair. That's fair. Anyway, what are we hoping to get out of him?
Anything we can.
Okay, I mean, are we expecting names? Are we expecting addresses? Because this guy does not look to me like a criminal mastermind.
Like I said, anything we can. He knows something. We need to know what that something is.
Okay.
At
I'm
the
running on
moment,
these.
we know little to nothing. So whatever we can get, we will take.
I'm running on the assumption he's a middleman of some sort. Probably didn't know what he was doing. At least didn't know all of what he was doing. Okay. I try to wake him up again with the gentle slapping method.
Okay. Evens or odds?
Evens.
Am I the only
Slap
one
a little
that?
hard.
Am I the only one that's wanted evens or odds today?
I think you are, actually.
Like all my good rolls against the wall, you might have done more damage. You can't tell.
All of my good rolls I spent getting him into the alley.
Yep, all them 20s.
First, so
All right.
you've picked up at least 3 nurses' numbers right now that I can think of. Do you think any of them would take this clearly very badly damaged man in?
This is a sensitive matter. I am unsure if the church is the best place. Maybe a hospital?
I mean, there's the hospital.
Ask questions.
There's the church. The church has somebody that's on your guys' side with all this hoo-ha.
Mm-hmm.
Take him back to
Plus-
church.
The church doesn't ask as many questions.
True.
Church.
There's at least Father Dominic and Timmy there to keep an eye on this guy.
Yeah, I agree with you. That's the right call.
Okay. And then we'll go look
Alright.
into this person that's targeting innocent women that have no idea what they're involved in.
Which is exactly why it's such a hard decision to make.
I'm pretty sure that was aimed at me.
Oh, absolutely. Unless, Verso, you have lovers that don't know that are in absolute mortal danger at all times because somebody wants to chop off your head.
I've had past lovers, and the reason why they are past is because I had to tell them the truth. And since then, I've not taken those bigs of chances since.
It's a very noble thing that you did, Verso. And I'm sorry that sounds a little lonely.
It is a lonely life, but like I said,
At least you're keeping
you
your
gotta make
loved
the
one.
most of the little things because sometimes it's all you have.
At least you're keeping your loved one safe by doing that. Get Calvin into car, not the trunk that has more guns.
I was assuming you were going to take the guns out.
I'm not going to drive
Who's gonna
down.
get-
I'm not going to drive through the streets of.
Guns.
You don't. Which is why you see Jason putting Calvin into the back seat of the car.
Okay.
So you get the limp body into the backseat of the car.
Hmm.
Cool.
Yeah.
Heading back to the church, or are you going somewhere else?
Heading back to the church first. Drop Calvin off.
Hopefully
Alright.
there's a delivery entrance or something, so we're not.
It's a
Dragging
church.
the
It's a church. It's a church. There's all kinds of entrances. All kinds. All kinds.
I've never
There's
been to this
a
one.
front door, there's a back door, there's a side door.
All right, Verso, you go get Father Dominic and let him know what's going on, because I know you can be succinct and it won't turn into a 30-minute conversation. Bjorn, help me get him inside.
Fair enough. We are going to have a conversation about that, putting loved ones in danger by. We're going to talk about that.
Oh dear Lord.
I'm fine with that. I've said my piece on it. I'd love to hear how I'm wrong.
Let's get this done first, and then I will explain to you why you're wrong.
Anyway, Verso, so do you go inside?
Yeah, we're going inside.
All right.
Opinions about relationships as an immortal to myself. We're going inside.
You walk into the church. It's cleared out a little bit. There's still some people in the cots. There's still some people in the pews. If you take a look around, the nurse is kind of packing up at this point, gathering her stuff up. The papers, the supplies, bandages, thermometer, all of that, just packing it into her little go bag. And then the priest, Father Dominic, is up by the altar,
All right,
tucking
on our
away
way.
some Christ crackers and whatnot.
There's a specific harm for Chef.
Okay.
On our way to the priest, since we see the nurse, is it Angela or is it changed to Angelica?
I'll just say Angelica. It's fine.
All right,
Nice,
we're gonna walk up to Angelica, and
Peggy.
we're just gonna briefly, without really even stopping, just be like, "Could you please hang back for a minute? There might be someone in need of your help."
Oh, yeah, sure. And she just kind of stops mid-pack.
Thank you. I'll let you know, and then I'll keep walking.
Good job, Verso. I knew I could count on you.
All right, we're gonna walk up to the priest. Is he alone?
He's alone.
All right.
He turns at the footsteps and the vibes. Knowing you're there, he's there.
Hi.
Everybody knows about each other.
Yes. Great. All right.
You're so. Is everyone okay?
Bjorn, Jason, and I are unharmed, but we did bring back someone who may know something about the Central Park bombing. Potentially. We don't know for sure. He knows something, but he refuses to tell us.
Sticky. It's a sticky situation.
It
What do
is
you
a
need from
very
me?
tricky situation. I truly wish it had not come to this, but it appears that he has fallen unconscious. And we could not rouse him in the alleyway, and we needed to bring him somewhere where we could keep him secured while we wait for him to awaken and ask him questions.
Fallen unconscious. I'm sure it is a matter of blood sugar.
Oh, it was a very unfortunate happenstance.
Bjorn just beat him unconscious.
He slipped on his soft white. Banged his head against a turnstile. Happens all the time.
Let's just say that violence was met with violence.
I see. Such is a way.
See?
I have the basement, but I'm not sure how safe it is to keep you with him. But if you don't mind sharing a space, it's the only place that is more or less soundproof.
All right.
I have
I'm not
a
going to-
side chapel, but there are people here, and it's not as quiet.
Yeah. The basement may be our best option. I may be wrong in assuming this, but based off of his flight or fight response, he may be harmless, but we are unsure.
Okay.
Physically.
Okay. So not one of us.
Sorry.
Not one of us.
Possibly not.
You would know.
Figure that out
You would have gotten
You
the
would know for
vibes.
sure.
Yeah.
You
Would've
didn't
gotten
get
the
the vibes too.
Didn't get the vibes. No, he is not one of us.
Meet me by the back door. People get them downstairs. Your young friend and the young lady, they have gone out. So we should be able to get him settled before they return.
Okay. And Jason may be wanting to know where Timmy went. Do you know where they were headed toward?
Something about new identities.
Okay. Thank you.
Mhm.
And we're gonna.
We will fast track getting him downstairs. I have means of detainment that I will use to secure him to things, such as zip ties.
Zip ties.
Yeah.
Anything else?
You know what? I'll do sheets and stuff from all the bedding and everything to like fashion rope ties as well.
Okay. Once you get him all tied up, he's still out. Verso, do any of you go back upstairs?
And yeah, but we were all going to be going back upstairs because we were going to the phone detail stuff of who attacked Bjorn's unknowing women.
Okay.
Also, are you going to talk to Angela about treating him? Is that what you were intending to do?
Just in case it came to that, Verso doesn't want to involve her in this situation
Yeah.
if he doesn't have to, but if it comes to that, yeah.
Father Dominic will grab her, I'm sure, if he needs exact medical attention.
Yeah.
When it seems like all of you are going to leave it again, obviously Father Dominic volunteers to just keep an eye on him. Can't have him running out of the church saying someone kidnapped him and brought him there. That would not look good for a church.
Thank you, Father.
Thank you, Father.
I unplug the landline and take the phone with me. so he can't
sees
make
you
a
walking
phone-
out with the phone and just clears his throat and just gestures to a pew
I
for you to put it down.
Yes. I don't. If he
Don't
gets
steal
loose, we
it.
don't need to give him dealing anything. I just don't want. If that guy gets loose, I don't want him to be able to make a phone call from down there and have something bad happen to this.
Jen, this is
place.
not an argument. Go. Leave the phone and go.
Just a friendly reminder, most people carry a cell phone nowadays anyway. Leave the phone, let's go.
Fine. Fine. Going.
Out the door.
Yeah.
Everybody roll me perception.
Oh, shoot.
Yay, perception.
Okay.
Oh,
And actually, roll that at a disadvantage. Oh, you don't need a disadvantage. You know what? Roll me at a disadvantage. Anyway, Doran, for you.
Uh-oh. Damn it.
this is okay. Who gave me the harm? Just so I'm clear.
Am I rolling that a second time?
Glenn Dizzle did.
Thank you,
Are
Glenn.
you rolling it a second time? No. Why would you roll a second time, Artie?
Because he said disadvantage and I didn't know if it was the whole group or one person.
Oh,
That was me.
actually, you do have a disadvantage banked. Artie, so yeah, you roll again too.
Yep. Got it. Where is it? There it is. Alright.
Yeah, all right. That's still fine.
Yeah.
Bjorn, you do not notice. You are still kind of fuming about landlines and torture and piracy. Just so mad.
And somebody talking shit about me not for trying to protect the people I love. Yeah.
Yep. But Verso and Jason, right at the street as you exit, there is an unmarked black car and Detective Baker leaning against the car, arms crossed, staring right at you. Funny seeing you here, gentlemen.
How are we doing, detective?
Oh, her.
I'm sorry about my text yesterday. It had been a long day and some of the meds, like, messing with me. I apologize.
Glad you're feeling better.
Long night rest does a lot. Appreciate you. Is this something involving me and Timothy, or... Because I have no idea that the detectives talked to them.
Maybe. Where is Timothy?
Timothy went with one of the ladies at the church to go do... Honestly, I don't know. I've been out running errands. A couple of people that were blown up yesterday.
Roll me deception.
Sure. I mean, I don't know where Timmy is. Yeah.
Where's
Okay.
Timothy?
Okay, listen. I honestly have no idea where the kid is right now. I honestly don't.
Where was the last place you saw him?
Points at the church behind me.
Do you know these two?
Me and Verso did some military stuff in the Middle East about 6-8 years ago. This guy, I just met him, and you don't want to meet him.
I already have.
Damn, I'm sorry.
It was
I'm
quite...
standing right here. I'm right here.
Yeah, you're here now. You want to tell me how you left the park yesterday?
I walked.
With who?
There was a young lady who everybody, including your officers, was ignoring, so we went across the street to a coffee shop to get coffee.
Okay. What part of closed crime scene was unclear?
Jason's gonna turn to also face Bjorn now.
I know you haven't been in New York for very long, but you speak English pretty well. So you tell me what part of that was unclear.
The part where you had already spoken to me. Literally, nobody was helping a bleeding woman on the street.
He was assessed by medics and waiting for questioning,
and left.
which you would know if you asked anybody before you left with her.
Are you looking for an apology here?
I'm looking for an explanation.
I've given you the explanation. I saw somebody
Bleeding so bad you were worried about her, so you take her to a coffee shop?
to help her calm down, so to figure out how to help her better next. Yes.
Sure, because calming down really helps bleeding.
Calming down helps shock.
And she was clearly fine, right?
She was bawling
she
her
go?
eyes out. We went to the hospital. She got in a cab from there and went home. 73rd Street, I think she said.
Mm-hmm. We went there.
I can't tell you. I can't answer for what happened once this person's not with me.
What's your connection with this lady?
Which lady? Amy?
Mm-hmm.
I literally saw someone trying and trying to be a good person. I tried to help someone.
Someone.
Yes, someone. Why? Did she do something that I'm not aware of?
Well, that's going on first, so what the fuck is this about?
Welcome to my world for the last 6 hours. I do not know, my friend.
Welcome. God forbid for everything that everybody tells me about how New York is the greatest city in the world, I try to help somebody. I try to do something nice to somebody, and all of a sudden, I'm literally getting the 3rd degree from the cops.
Yeah, you were combative and dodging questions.
I answered
Refused to tell me where you were staying, what room you were in.
No,
And then you
I
leave
told
the
you-
crime scene with a prime suspect. You tell me.
If she was a prime suspect, why would you leave her sitting crying on the sidewalk? Why wasn't she
Because
under
we
police
hadn't gotten
escort?
to her yet. We hadn't pulled CCTV footage. We were gathering information. And you know what? You took her before we had a chance to talk to her. So where is she?
I have told you everything I know. If you would like to check the CCTV cameras at the hospital, they will show you that she got into a cab and left.
What hospital? You said she took her to a coffee shop.
And then to a hospital. I said coffee shop, then a hospital.
You only said coffee shop, dude. Then you sent her home.
Straight up. I'm sorry, I could have sworn I said I
Oh, you said you
got
took her
cab
to a
at the
coffee
hospital.
shop, and then you took them, then
shit,
you
I'm
sent her
sorry.
home.
I apologize for that then. That is my mistake.
I was like,
could have sworn I said-
no.
After I found out how badly hurt she was, I took her to a hospital. The hospital's probably got CCTV cameras. You can check where she went from there.
Out of
Last time I
everybody
checked,
in
there were
out of everybody in the park, here's my concern. Out of everybody in the park,
what's
there were
up?
lots of people bleeding, lots of people hurt, a lot of people crying, a lot of people upset.
Yeah,
She's the one you sneak out.
I didn't sneak anyone anywhere. I didn't
That's
try
the
to
police
hide
lines? What does a police line? What does a police line mean? I don't know what it means in Portland. What does it mean in Portland?
I don't have to do that much dealing with the police in Portland. I walked somebody across the street, like the entire section of the city you had blockaded apparently. And all of a sudden, I'm the bad guy for taking somebody a block over for trying to get a cup
Sorry.
of coffee.
I'm sorry, Mr.
tea.
Portland. I'm sorry, Mr. Portland, that we take bombings very seriously. A few New Yorkers a little inconvenienced on their traffic on the way home.
Okay.
My bad.
What do you want me to say here?
I
What
want you to
answer
tell me
would
where
you
she
like?
is.
I can't tell you what I don't know. I haven't seen her since she got into a cab yesterday.
You staying at this church?
I did last.
You didn't check into your hotel last night.
No, I did.
That key card wasn't used.
I'm not going to argue that with you because it's true.
Why'd you stay here?
Because Father Dominic was kind enough to let me crash here after coming here and talking to him. Clearly, I was in need of spiritual guidance. It had been a very long day, and I felt the need to come to a house of worship.
Roll me deception. He looks over to Verso. You stay here last night too?
Officer.
You need a place of spiritual worship.
Well, of course, in these trying times.
Verso is actually also helping volunteer with the people from the victims of the bombing.
Hear that about Verso a lot.
He's a good guy.
Clearly, I need to try to be more like him.
Shut up.
I love you, Detective Baker. That wasn't out of character. Jason literally said that.
Sure hope you're not planning on leaving the city anytime soon.
Wasn't planning on it.
Maybe, maybe, just maybe, you should stick to places I can find you. I won't find you anyway.
You have my cell phone number, Detective.
I do.
All you had to do was call. I'm not hard to reach.
You are something. Where are you gentlemen off to now?
Right now?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't have much of a plan. Going for a walk, trying to see what was happening. I don't know. Maybe take some...
Did he just boop Bjorn?
What was that? What was that?
I was trying to focus my camera.
Okay. It's like, just go for a walk, smack!
Talk to the hand.
I'm just trying to get my camera to focus.
You know, there is one thing I haven't done. I might go to a New York pawn shop just so that way I can cross it off my bucket list. It's that and the Statue of Liberty.
Mm-hmm.
You ask. Which before I
Next
lied.
time I'm not going to come with questions.
Okay. Next time you're gonna come with...
You should stop talking.
I get that a lot. Okay.
Well, go.
Thank you again for all your hard work, Detective.
Glad you're feeling better.
Not 100%, but I'm getting there.
Mm-hmm.
Gonna nod. Nod of thanks.
Where are you guys going?
Following Bjorn. Bjorn has the next destination of clues, and this actually matters to Jason because normal people are in danger because of superhero bullshit.
Okay. Do you have the address for the pawn shop?
I do. I'm not going straight there.
Where are you going?
I'm going to the Statue of Liberty. Because at this point, I'm assuming I have a tail. And I'm going to do exactly what I had told the police officer I had intended to do.
Okay. Well, it's a little early. Well, in that case,
All right, I guess we're gonna end tonight
we're just
then.
gonna wrap up now.
sorry.
While
Sorry.
Bjorn takes
can go-
everybody on a sidetrack.
I can go to the other place. I can go there. It's just I'm assuming the cops are following me now.
I
It's
would.
fine. You go. You go.
I would like to point out that the second I realize that Bjorn is going to the Statue of Liberty because you have to take the ferry to Ellis Island, Jason's just going to break off from the group.
Okay.
I would have stayed in the church, made sure that Calvin didn't cause any trouble, and Angelica didn't stay any longer than she had to.
And we will just pick up next week when Timmy gets back.
Yay.
Sounds good to me.
All right. Well, thanks everybody.
That was a very fun
That was-
game.
That was so much good role play, and I didn't want to interrupt again.
I had a bunch of sidebars for Versa when, Bjorn was talking to Detective Baker, but I didn't want to interrupt the awesomeness that was Bjorn versus Detective Baker.
I love her
Yeah, that was
so
awesome.
much. She's so fun.
Who, Detective Baker?
Yes.
Detective Baker's a dude.
Detective Baker's
I'm sorry.
I mean,
Male,
it doesn't really
female?
matter, but
It don't.
Just
Oh.
put on parrot vibe.
props and clock. Let's
Yay.
be friends.
Yeah.
We'll start with Jason.
My prompts are immediately and automatically going on to Verso. And I am totally stealing this just because Verso just standing there having to deal with ancient one versus modern guy just arguing.
Mom and Dad are fighting.
Unless a serious thing is happening, we're actually around other people, and then it's like, okay, nope, serious mode. The second serious mode is disengage. It's like right back, right back. So props to Artie for the awesome roleplay of Versa, just being like, I do not want to be involved.
No.
Paid enough for this.
All right. Artie.
We're gonna give it to Chef for the piss bottle scene. Must I say more?
It's definitely like one of those, I don't know how I thought that would go any other way.
But it wasn't that.
The end. All right. Chef.
Oh man, I have got to give it to Matt just for the unrelenting. It's like I can't. Okay, Bjorn, I honestly cannot tell whether or not you're doing this out of some deep-seated like sense of righteousness, or whether or not you're actively just trying to fuck with him. And honestly, I don't care.
I'm a New Yorker.
Oh, that's a. I don't know what that means.
I know.
Last time
There's so many things Verso wants to say during those arguments, but it's
I'm ready
like,
for him just to unleash one of these times in the most fiery
Oh, yeah.
Italian way
what's
possible.
going to happen? Keep it up.
Like smack the meatballs off the table.
Fuck your meatballs.
angry Italian grandma comes out.
Hands flying everywhere.
Yes.
Good times. And of course,
really
also
good
Jen.
opinions on
Of
your
course,
hot
also
choice.
Jen for her great NPCs and her awesome story and quick swerve of today.
Heck yeah.
And letting us be the most ratchet we have been in a very long time.
Love it.
At least I didn't do anything to him with the piss. I mean, in my defense.
You specifically said, first I'm gonna hit him with it, and then I'm gonna pour it on him.
You did say
Yes,
that.
and then I got
You
then I
did
got
say
a phone
that.
call back. Then I got a phone call with somebody I care about yelling at me about torture. If it's just Jason, they wouldn't have cared. But you know,
If I managed to derail the golden shower, then I'm
more of a
doing
water bowl.
such a good job as a storyteller. Please, Matt, please take responsibility back.
The power has come back to me, DM Daddy RPG. Guys, we hope you enjoyed this session of Highlander, Call to Arms. I had a blast. I don't know about anybody else, but I had a blast. And that is all that matters. Jason will remember that he is not loved by Bjorn. Jason's fine with that because apparently if you're loved by Bjorn, people are going to come for you. So that's fine. Let's see here. We are joined tonight by Artie Do2 portraying Verso, Bjorn portrayed by my old dear friend, Chef Coral. I love you, Chef. I was DM Daddy RPG portraying Jason Wild, and the game was run by the ever lovely JenofThieves, who keeps crushing it. We'll be back Friday with Werewolf the Apocalypse, whether we have all the players or not. Werewolf has now used up all of their days off. So we're doing Werewolf for the rest of the season, no matter how many people are there or not. And then we will be back Sunday for sure with more Call to Arms. There may or may not be another one-shot that happens this coming Saturday night, evening time. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, I hope everybody has a fantastic work week. And we'll see you next time. Nightbot is still down, which makes me think it's something on my end. But we'll try it one more time. Yep, nope, it's still down. So if you're watching this on YouTube, all of our social media stuff is down below in the description. Our Patreon, which is where you can give us money for books and merch and so on and so forth. You get things like merch, redeems, credits in YouTube, access to private Discord, etc., etc., etc. Please give us your money if you like our shenanigans. Discord is where you can find all of us. Is where we're all very chatty Cathys, except for Artie because she's buried in schoolwork. But one day she'll come back to us and be a chatty Cathy with us.
One of these days.
One of these days, one day, our Artie will come home to us. And of course, YouTube. YouTube is where we watch everything. YouTube, you can find us on YouTube at DM Daddy RPG, where you can find all the previous sessions of this game and all our other games. So many games. So many games. And we currently have open signups happening with Dungeons and Dragons, which will be a weeknight game.
It's gonna be so fun.
It's going to be so much fun.
And I never thought I'd say that about D&D.
I mean, here I am, the guy who hates running D&D, very excited about D&D. And yeah, it'll be very different from our Isle of Osmo game, wherein it's an actual action adventure mystery political game, not the crazy bullshit I was doing before, but an actual Dungeons and Dragons game. So yeah. I hope everybody has a great rest of their week. I hope we will see people over in the Discord. I hope I'll see more D&D signups. And you know what? Daddy loves you. Have a great one, guys.